Clients brought me this plan to review, but this is a sketch and not a plan. Because these lines are not walls. They need thickness and dimension, both inside and out. But when we thicken the walls, we narrowed these circulation paths. So I adjust some of the dimensions in the hall and some of the access points. And I also add windows and doors. And 6 hours later, I have a plan that I'm able to review. To start, the biggest problem is this jig-jog framing. The whole point of a Barndominium is cheap and expansive space. And this complicates the construction and building envelope, which is costly. Next, I analyze the entries. They all feel like afterthoughts. The front entry is closed off and dark. It's not welcoming to guests. And these rear entry points from the garage and shop are where the majority of traffic will come from. But there's no place for shoes or an entry bench. Both spaces feel cramped and closed off. In the living room, there is no intentional space for an entertainment unit. So adding furniture like this media console just ends up congesting the circulation space and the living room. The jig-jog circulation just makes the space feel busy and unsettled, and that problem is duplicated in the bedroom. The bed is oriented towards a hall table with TV, and there's that chaotic circulation. The bedroom layout also ignores any exterior views. You feel slightly exposed to the window behind you, while you're forced to prioritize a view to a cluttered and busy entryway, with broken circulation. So to fix this plan, we clear some things out. I start by aligning the back wall. This simplifies the construction, and more importantly, it reduces the complexity of the air barrier and the insulation system. The next shift is subtle, but I move the core over. This creates the extra room I need. Now, a big problem with these massive homes is allowing light and air to access some of the furthest spaces from the windows. So to make the home feel more expansive, I widen these two corridors. This makes the space feel open, and it'll allow light to bounce into the depths of the home. And I visually connect the doors at the garage and the shop with new sliding doors at the patio. I then rework all the internal framing for a more considered layout. This side entry is now more open. I've designed the closet as an important object. It grounds the entry space while screening the dining space. And by keeping this side open, light and air are able to move around the space. The closet wall doesn't even need to be full height, and that would allow light to go over it as well. And we've carved out more breathing room at the rear entries. Both spaces now have room for entry benches, which curate natural places for shoe storage below. It also allows us to add organization on the wall behind the space. Now this could be simple hooks, or it could be more considered millwork. But by adding storage for the daily used items, helps minimize the spread in dirt and debris into the rest of the home. This rear bath now serves multiple purposes. It acts as the main bath for the home, a bathroom for the guest space, and acts as a place to wash off from outdoor adventures or dirty shop time. But the real genius works comes from this thick wall. This layout helps nest all the storage elements required in the space, including the rear entry bench. And by nesting that storage equipment into the wall, it keeps the path of circulation open. And that promotes circulation to the outdoor spaces, while providing intentional organization that keeps the interior spaces more calm. By nesting the entertainment into the wall, I've created a focal point that's part of the feel of the main living space, while keeping this important path of circulation open for people and light to move. I think this really elevates the experience. In the primary bedroom, when you enter into the room, there's a natural view to the outdoors. You're greeted with light and an outdoor view. And you do this without exposing the private space of the bedroom, because this thick wall design allows us to orient the bedroom spaces and nest the bed into a private corner. The layout prioritizes privacy from the public spaces and views to the outdoors. You get a lot more natural light and have the option to get some nice cross ventilation. We've also created a formal entry space in this bedroom. There's a hall table in the entry space that provides needed storage and a nice drop point for personal items like your wallet, jewelry, watches, or whatever you need. And the walk-in closet continues the idea of connection with a window. This closet could be left open, have a pocket door, or a regular door. But when you enter into the closet, you're greeted with natural light and a view outwards. And that's important because natural light and ventilation help you prep for your day. It connects you to the outdoor world as you're getting ready in the morning. And the ensuite features lots of storage options too, with this dedicated space for linens. Now this can be designed as open shelving, framed in as a small closet, or some form in between with custom built-in millwork. And all the spaces in the ensuite get lots of natural light. Now as we move into this flex space, it was designed to be a home office. A special request was lots of storage for all the pet needs, scratching posts, litter boxes, excess food, and all the things a pet owner needs. Now it doesn't need to operate as a bedroom right now, but with some minimal framing, we can close off this space and make it into one. But by leaving this open in the design, we create an experience where we can make the living room feel a little bit more open and expansive. And that's where this thick wall comes in. It's an object that you could circulate around that promotes openness. And lastly, we look at the dining space. It's in a private nook that's centered on two main windows. It's also centered on the back side of this closet, which is an important object in the space. Now this object as a design element has some flexibility. We can leave it as a full-length closet with lots of storage that separates the entry and dining space. Or we can reframe that mass, part of it operate as a closet, and the other part operate as storage for the dining space. This could be used as a side serving table, a space for special dishware, or maybe even just a home liquor cabinet. There's really lots of options in how this mass can be designed to operate and serve both areas. I've even taken the time to lay out the spaces of the garage. There's a large walk-through gear room with tall cabinets and storage on one side and built-in locker seating on the other. The garage features a home gym with some workout equipment. It has a wet bar, a TV, and lots of storage. And then there's these adjacent tall cabinets. These are placeholders for storage elements, workbenches, or whatever you need. And the garage connects to the rest of the space of the barn. This is how I tackled the client's sketch and turned it into a thought-out plan. But what do you think? Could you live in a space like this? Let me know in the comments below.